Welcome to I Don't Believe It, the place where you'll hear the strangest, most bizarre, and shocking stories about human behavior. Stories so unbelievable that all you can say is, I don't believe it.
The true story of the dolphin who fell in love with a woman. In the 1960s, at the height of the Cold War, the United States was obsessed with the idea of communicating with other forms of intelligence. NASA and some scientists believed that if we could talk to dolphins, extremely intelligent animals, then maybe we could also imagine how to talk to aliens. It was in this context that an audacious, almost surreal experiment was born. The idea was simple. Create an environment where a dolphin could live side by side with a human being 24 hours a day and see how far that closeness could take him in learning human speech. The woman chosen for this mission was Margaret Howe Lovatt, a 23-year-old with no formal scientific training, but with enormous curiosity and fascination for dolphins. She truly believed she could teach them English. For that purpose, a special house was built on a Caribbean island, a space where half was dry and livable for Margaret, and the other half was always flooded with seawater, designed for a young male dolphin named Peter. And so began a one-of-a-kind coexistence. Margaret would wake up, eat, work, and sleep in the same space as Peter. She tried to teach him simple words like hello and ball, and surprisingly, Peter managed to imitate sounds that resembled human speech. The project seemed to be making progress. But over time, something unexpected happened. Peter was not only interested in learning English, he began to develop feelings for his human teacher. He showed jealousy when she walked away, frustration when he didn't get attention, and constantly sought physical contact. Slowly, it became clear. Peter had fallen in love with Margaret. This relationship became even more controversial years later when Margaret admitted that to keep Peter focused on the lessons and reduce his agitation, she occasionally satisfied his sexual needs manually. To her, there was no romantic or intimate connotation. It was simply a practical way to continue the experiment. But for the public, when the story surfaced decades later, it sounded absolutely scandalous. Despite their intense coexistence, the experiment didn't last long. NASA cut the funding, the house was shut down, and Peter was moved to a much smaller tank in another facility. Without Margaret and deprived of the close bond that had stimulated him so much, Peter sank into a deep depression. Not long after, in a tragic turn, he died. According to experts, dolphins can voluntarily control their breathing, and some say Peter simply chose to stop living. Today, the story of Peter and Margaret is remembered as one of the strangest and most controversial cases in modern science. For some, it is only an example of the abuses committed in the name of research. For others, it's a reminder of how emotions and bonds can arise in the most unlikely places. In the end, the question remains: how far should science go when it comes to exploring the limits of human and animal behavior? And could it be that Peter truly loved Margaret? Or was it only the tragic consequence of an experiment that should never have happened?
So, what did you think of this story? What would your reaction be in this situation? Would you do the same? Or would you just say, I don't believe it? If this story intrigued you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Here we always have real, bizarre, and fictional stories that reveal the depths of humankind. Thanks for watching, and get ready, because in the next video, you'll be even more surprised.